Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's devotion for February 7th. Today's devotion is titled Recovering What's Lost. And the Bible reading is from 1 Samuel chapter 30, verses 1 to 6 and 18 to 19. David and his men reached Ziklag on the third day. Now the Amalekites had raided the Negev and Niklag. They had attacked Niklag and burned it, and had taken captive the women and everyone else in it, both young and old. They killed none of them, but carried them off as they went on their way. When David and his men reached Ziklag, they found it destroyed by fire, and their wives and sons and daughters taken captive. So David and his men wept aloud until they had no strength left to weep. David's two wives had been captured, Ahinoam of Jezreel and Abigail, the widow of Nabal of Carmel. David was greatly distressed because the men were talking of stoning him. Each one was bitter in spirit because of his sons and daughters. But David found strength in the Lord his God. David recovered everything the Amalekites had taken, including his two wives. Nothing was missing, young or old, boy or girl, plunder or anything else they had taken. David brought everything back. At the phone store, the young pastor steeled himself for bad news. His smartphone accidentally dropped during our Bible class. Was a total loss, right? Actually, no. The store clerk recovered all of the pastor's data, including his Bible videos and photos. She also recovered every photo I'd ever deleted, he said. The store also replaced my broken phone with a brand new phone. As he said, I recovered all I had lost and more. David once led his own recovery mission after an attack by the vicious Amalekites, spurned by Philistine rulers. David and his army discovered the Amalekites had raided and burned down their town of Ziklag, taking captive the women and everyone else in it, including all their wives and children. So David and his men wept aloud until they had no strength left to weep. The soldiers were so bitter with their leader David, that they talked of stoning him. But David found strength in the Lord his God. As God promised, David pursued the Amalekites and recovered everything the Amalekites had taken. Nothing was missing, young or old, boy or girl, plunder, or anything else they had taken. David brought everything back. As we face spiritual attacks that rob us even of hope, may we find renewed strength in God. He will be with us in every challenge of life. What spiritual attacks or life loss are you experiencing? Turning from your despair to God, how will you find renewed strength in Him? Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.